All right, namaste and welcome everyone for today's webinar on unraveling the Yaksha-Prashna. It's about wisdom at the lake. Glad to have everyone with have all of you with us today. If you haven't yet, please share in the chat where you are zooming in from, and I can give you a little shout out. We got Mr. John Jones from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Thank you for joining. Prabhat from Minneapolis. Glad you are here. And of course, we have Dr. Surya Narayan Nanda from Houston, our wonderful faculty. I'll give him an introduction shortly. I've got a little poll going. Let us know if you've taken a course at HUA before, if this is your first webinar. Guru Prakashji from Dothan. Welcome. Ramji, Ram Agarwalji from Sunnyvale. Awesome to have you on, a volunteer, active member of our Friends of HUA. Ramji, thank you for joining. If you know anybody else who might be interested in this conversation, do share. Let them know that we're here and welcoming. Who is this from Silver Spring, Maryland? Thank you for joining. Just opening up. Dougie, glad to have you joining us from Maryland. If you haven't yet, please do share in the chat where you are zooming in from. Let me see if this I can go live on YouTube real quick. Live stream, custom streaming service. 1 second. Just give me 1 second. Poonamji from Philadelphia. Awesome to have you on. Poonam Singhalji, one of our leaders in the Philadelphia area. I hope those flyers I sent you, that poster is what you're looking for. We'll get that sorted. Okay. I think we are now live streaming also on YouTube. Thank you for everyone joining. If you're zooming in on live on Zoom, or if you're joining on YouTube for today's webinar. And let us get started. And we're going to be talking about wisdom at the lake. We're unraveling the Yaksha-Prashna with Dr. Suryanarayan Nanda. And in this thought-provoking webinar, we're going to explore one of the most iconic and philosophically rich dialogues from the Mahabharata, the Yaksha-Prashna. And in this episode, Yudhishthira encounters a mysterious Yaksha by a lake, posing him a series of profound questions about Dharma, life, death, virtue, and the nature of the self. So we have our wonderful Dr. Surya Narayan Nanda, and we're going to dive into the Sanskrit text. We're going to look at the grammar, the Vyakarana, the syntax, the literary structure, and we're going to uncover the layered meaning and rhetorical power of this dialogue. And beyond the technical study, we're going to highlight how the Yaksha-Yudhishthira exchange offers timeless insights into ethics and spiritual wisdom. We're going to reflect on how this legendary scene reveals guidance for living with integrity, humility, and compassion in modern times. And so we are glad that all of you are with us today. Vimalaji, I'm sorry if your audio isn't working. I think my audio is good. If somebody else can just let me know that you're hearing. Yeah, Srinaranji, great. And so now with that, let me introduce our wonderful faculty. Dr. Suryanarayan Nanda is a distinguished scholar. He's got a lifelong commitment to the study of Vedic texts and classical Sanskrit literature. He holds a PhD in Sanskrit from Utkal University, Bhubaneswar, as well as an MA and a master's in philosophy from Delhi University. He also earned his Sahit Acharya degree from S. Jagannatha Sanskrit Vishwa Vidyalaya in Puri. Dr. Nanda has had an illustrious academic career, including serving as an assistant professor of Sanskrit at St. Stephen's College at Delhi University. And he's also spent a decade as an acharya, traditional teacher of Vedic texts and philosophy at a renowned Gurukul in New Delhi. But in addition to his teaching roles, Dr. Nanda has had a significant impact on media, having worked for over 10 years as a Sanskrit broadcaster with All India Radio and Doordarshan in Delhi. And it's his passionate advocacy, how he's promoted Sanskrit as a spoken language. Dr. Nanda has volunteered as a full-time pracharak for over 13 years, but we are glad and proud that Dr. Nanda is with Hindu University of America, teaching courses, being on webinars like this, and sharing with us the wisdom and the many layers of meaning in so many of our Sanskrit texts. And again, today we're going to dive deep into this Yaksha-Prashna, this dialogue. And with that, let me hand it over to Dr. Nandaji to get us started.
Yeah, namaste, namaste everyone, and thank you for being here, joining this webinar to discuss about the class which is going to be started from 12th of January. Uh, Before I am describing the course detail, uh, this course is actually designed for those who are learning Sanskrit grammar or Sanskrit anywhere, or they have basics of Sanskrit knowledge. This course will help them to implement their grammatical knowledge, to understand the literature, how to read a particular literature in Sanskrit, their textbook in Sanskrit. Also, the particular text, the Yaksha-Prashna, or sometimes we call Yaksha-Yudhishthira Sambada, means a dialogue between Yaksha and Yudhishthira. This dialogue is from Mahabharata Vanaparva or Aranya Parva, 313 chapter, 13th chapter. So, in our Hindu tradition, most of philosophical or interesting knowledges are actually delivered by dialogue style. Even Gita is a dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna. Most of even our Vedic literatures are full of different types of dialogues. So this Yaksha-Yudhishthira Sambada is a dialogue, also of the same pattern to give us the knowledge of different aspect of knowledge, especially it's dealing with the ethical dilemmas in day-to-day life we face, the nuances of Dharma, and the existence, the wisdom and philosophy. Many subjects are covered, but basically it's the different aspect of Dharma and its applicability in our life. This dialogue not only showcases Yudhishthira's unwavering adherence to the Dharma, but also provides the timeless insights into life's fundamental principles. Even most of our lessons we learn, we can implement it in today's life. So it has also very contemporary benefit to use. So in this course, we offer an in-depth study of every verse, focusing on recitation. Every shloka will be recited. That's how students will learn the recitation of shlokas. Then we will make sure to do etymology of words, most of words, the grammatical structure, the interpretive analysis, and also definitely the philosophical or social or dharmic exposition to understand how it is relevant in the contemporary world. This course will help you not only practically use your basic Sanskrit grammatical knowledge, and also it will improve the comprehension, improve the vocabulary, And also we'll analyze the metrical and literature structure of a literature. Sometime also the alankara, the figures of speech and stylistic elements. Then correct pronunciation, rhythm and intonation. These are the all bonus things. The main uh, point is through this we'll understand the pure Hindu understanding of dharma, life, our duties and responsibilities, and also it dealing with the day-to-day dilemmas. And in this text, mostly Yaksha is asking the question. Yaksha, like, is a mysterious character. Question to Yudhishthira. The nature of question is very different. Sometimes it is philosophical, sometimes dharmic, and sometimes also very funny. It's in the nature of puzzle or riddles, the poetry of riddles. Riddles means a mystifying or puzzling question. So, yeah, it's a very interesting textbook. It will help us in both literary, grammatical, and philosophical manner to understand. And the course will be from 12th January to 23rd March every Monday, 7 to 8:30 p.m. Central Time. If you have any, okay. So the course structure will be, it's a 10 days course. Each class will be of 90 minutes, 1.5 hours. There will be 2 assignments of 50 marks, and the final exam will be of 50 marks. The course material, I will share with you the PDF file of Yaksha-Yudhishthira Sambada, and also I will share the Google document translated, interpreted by me, the whole Yaksha-Yudhishthira shlokas. So this is the overall the structure of the class. If you have any question, doubt related to this class, please ask so I can answer. That's it.
Yeah, so thanks for the overview and the background. But Dr. Nanda, why don't you just go into some context about this Yaksha-Prashna, right? What
Okay.
is going on between the Yaksha and Yudhishthira? Why are they meeting? I
Okay.
gave a
Okay.
little background, but definitely from you, I think our audience wants to hear what is this
Okay.
about, just at the highest levels at least.
So, so the story is actually the background story is when the 5 Pandavas in forest, they are thirsty. So Yudhishthira is sending uh, the Nakul to find where is there any water reservoir or something somewhere to bring. Nakul went and he saw a pond full of water, very beautiful pond. And it once he went there to take the water, he heard a sound, a divine sound. Stop there, don't take the water without answering my questions. Nakul saw here and there, he didn't find anyone. So the invisible sound said that I am a Yaksha. I'm the owner of this pond. So you cannot take water without my permission. If you want to take water, please answer my questions. And Nakul didn't care. And he started to take the water, and suddenly he just faint, got unconscious and fell down. After hours and hours, when Nakul didn't come, then Sahadeva went. The same thing happens to him. He also got unconscious. Then Arjuna and Bhima. At the end, Yudhishthira came there. And he saw all his four brothers are now dead. No one is there. So the same invisible sound he heard. So Yudhishthira said, who are you? Then the Yaksha introduced, I am Yaksha. Yaksha has 2 different meanings. What is Yaksha, you may ask me? The literary meaning of Yaksha is Yajaniya, the worshipable, adorable person. But in our literature, it's a Puranic character, uh, like it's it between the Devata and Manushya. There are lots of non-human, superhuman characters like Yaksha, Gandharva, Kinnara, etc. They don't belong to the Deva category or human category. They are in between, better, higher than human beings and lower than Devata. So this type of uh, lives are available in our Puranic literature and other literatures also. So Yaksha basically is known as the Puranic style is known as the preserver of wealth or master of wealth. The lord of Yakshas is called Kubera. So that is the definition of Yaksha. But here the point is not about what Yaksha. So Yudhishthira asked, who are you? Then Yaksha said, I am Yaksha, I am the owner of the pond. Your brothers have done the wrong thing. They didn't answer my question. If you want to take water and make your brothers alive, you have to answer my questions. And with that background, the question answer session starts. Yaksha asks many questions. So I will show you some questions, how interesting the questions and how Yudhishthira also answered those things. Okay, this is the Yaksha is asking, Indriyarthan anubhavan buddhiman lokapujitah sammatah sarvabhutana muchvasan ko na jivati. The Yaksha is asking, who is that person? Even he is breathing, but still dead. He enjoys all sense objects. He is intelligent. He is honored by everyone. He is accepted by all. And he breathes like a normal human being. Still, he doesn't live. Or means he is a lively dead person. It's a very puzzling question. And Yudhishthira is answering. And this is Devata Tithi Vrutyanam Pitrinamaatmanaschayah Na nirvapati panchana muchvasanna sajivati. One who doesn't offer nourishment means who doesn't contribute to those five things, five devatas, guest, dependents, forebears, and his ancestors, parents, is actually is a dead person, although he is a living dead person. Although he is living, but for society, for others, he is a dead person who doesn't contribute to those people. Another question, Kascha dharma paro loke, Kascha dharma sada phalaha, Kim niyamya nasho-chanti, Kaishcha sandhir najiryate. The Yaksha is asking, what is the highest dharma in this world? Dharma. What is that dharma which always bears fruit? What is that which, if controlled, leads not to regret, and with whom an alliance never breaks? And Yudhishthira is answering the very beautiful answer. Anrishamsyam paro dharma strai dharma sada phalaha mano yamya nasho chanti sandhi sadhir najiryate. Anrushamsyam. The highest virtue is kindness, the highest dharma. And the dharma designed or ordained by the Vedas always bear fruits. If you are practicing the dharma which is prescribed by Vedas and Vedic literatures, are actually always fruitful. And which the other question is, what is that thing, if it is controlled, leads not to regret? And the answer, the mind. If the mind is controlled, then it leads to no regret. You will never regret if your mind is properly controlled. And with whom, if you make an alliance, and it will never break. With the good people, sadhu jana, those who are good people. So, sadvihi, An alliance with the virtuous people never breaks. Take another example. The question Yaksha is asking, Kah shatrur durjayah punsam kascha vyadhiranantakaha कीदृशश्च स्मृतः साधु रसाधु कीदृशः स्मृतः. What type of enemy is invincible to man? Durjaya Shatru. What is endless disease? A disease which cannot be cured. And what sort of a man is called sadhu? Sadhu means virtuous or good. And what is asadhu? What is bad? Yudhishthira is answering. Krodha sudurjaya shatrur. Anger is the most invincible force, enemy. Lobha, greed is the incurable disease. Sarvabhuta hitasadhu, a person who always thinks good for everyone is the really sadhu, is a virtuous person. And who is a bad person? Nirdaya smruta, a person without kindness, without compassion, or merciless person is actually a bad person. So these are some examples, although I just now read some translations, but in class we'll discuss in detail what is the actual intention behind it, why it is said that way, why it was relevant at that time, how it is relevant in this time, and how to implement in our life. All these things we'll discuss in detail in class. Yeah. So Ankurji.
Nice. Really appreciate that background and context. Even though it's in the introduction and the description, we talk about it as being a very well-known interaction. Myself, I wasn't so familiar with it, so that background was very good and getting into that. If we have any questions, we can take those in the Q&A box. I have a couple polls going right now. Just let us know if this is your first webinar, if you've attended before, if you've taken a course. Ram Agarwalji is asking, how many questions are asked by
Yeah,
Yaksha
there
and
are
how long
almost
is it?
38 questions are there. But the Yaksha-Yudhishthira Sambada, there are actually 132 shlokas. But the questions are 38, answers are longer. For one question, sometimes it is one shloka, sometimes for one question there are 3-4 shlokas. Based on in one shloka how many questions are asked. In the shloka style, there are 38 shlokas per questions. For answer, there are many shlokas. If you are asking about the particular how many questions, it go maybe 60, 70 questions are there. But the shlokas are 38 shlokas related to questions.
Very nice. Maybe like you said a little bit, we have a whole master's in Sanskritam. We have lots of different Sanskrit classes. This course, and you described it a little bit, but maybe put it in context
Mm.
of people who are learning Sanskritam. They're experts. They want to develop whatever aspect of their Sanskrit speaking skills. How does this fit in with their Sanskrit learning kind of plan and where they are and where they should be?
So yeah, it's not about you should be you should an expert in Sanskrit. No, it's only those who are the students of Sanskrit, grammar or any Sanskrit language course, or you have a basic knowledge of Sanskrit. It will help you to implement your that language knowledge or grammatical knowledge to see how whatever you have learned in your Sanskrit class or grammar class, how to implement in the literature. You don't need to be a scholar or expert in Sanskrit, just basic grammar understanding, because the course is designed to also understand the grammatical analysis of words and the chanda, the grammatical analysis. That is also one part of the whole course. So if you have that background, it will help you to understand a lot. You don't need to be a very scholar or expert in Sanskrit language. Just basic knowledge, like the vibhaktis, the sandhis, and something. It will help you to understand when I am giving you the grammatical expositions.
Nice. Prabhatji, you can unmute and ask your question. Prabhatji? There you go. Made you a panelist. There you go. Turn on your video, ask your question. Yeah, and if anybody else would like to ask a question live, happy to put you on. Yeah, go ahead, Prabhatji. Unmute, please.
Yeah, unmute yourself. Yeah, namaste, Prabhat.
Namaste, Dr. Nanda. Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I'm trying to get my panel here. Okay. So the question I have is, at least as an example, you can pick up the very first sloka that you shared with us today, and the answer to that question: how would you relate to our current life, so to speak? In how relevant, basically, how it becomes relevant in the life that we live, because that's what I look for whenever I read scriptures, Gita or Mahabharata or Vedas also. So I do that on my own, but I try to relate and share with the temple people and other people in the community as well. So thank you.
Yeah, so that is the purpose of our class. So we'll discuss in detail in class every single definition of different things, the nuances we'll understand in class, and also we try to make sure how to use it in our contemporary day-to-day life. Suppose, okay, I'm sharing again.
Yeah. You can pick just one example there, one sloka, and then give your thoughts.
Suppose you are choosing the first one, share. So who is that person, although he's living, but actually he's dead? The answer is giving those who don't offer the nourishment to these five Deva, Atithi, and etc. So now to understand it, first we will understand what are those five things he's talking about. Actually, in our Dharma Shastras, for grihasthis, those who are married or householder people, it is prescribed for them 5 daily obligatory duties. Those 5 obligatory duties are called Pancha Maha Yagya, means 5 great yagyas. And these are called Brahma Yajna, Deva Yajna, Pitri Yajna, Atithi Yajna, and Bali Vaishwadeva Bhuta Yajna. So Yaksha-Prashna, in this text, it is thus the language is changed for the theories about Pancha Mahayagya. It means every person has to practice those 5 things. The first is Brahma Yajna, means worshipping God, doing the Sandhya, reading some spiritual, philosophical scriptures to understand what is life and etc. The Deva Yajna, through Eva Yajna, respecting God and the natural elements. Pitru Yajna is respecting parents and taking care of them. Atithi Yajna, so what is Atithi? That we'll learn in class. We can take 30-40 minutes to explain. The Atithi is not guest. Nowadays, we literally just translate guest. But in ancient time, Atithi is a very terminology. It is used for brahmacharis, vanaprasthas, sannyasis, those who used to do the social services. They didn't have their own anything. So for those people, when they used to come, the householders' house, the householders' duty was to respect them, to give them whatever they need. And the last is Bali Vaishwadeva, taking care of animals and birds surrounding you. So even today also, it's very important. To practicing the devotion towards God, taking care of your parents and respecting them, taking care of the So how to interpret the Atithi Yajna? So now there is brahmachari or sannyasi or something who is living without any home or something. So now the concept is in contemporary way. Those who are contributing to the society, it can be an individual or an organization or anything. Those who do something for social benefit, it's our duty to take care of them. Maybe they are not coming to your home, but you have to go there to do some volunteering, some charity, some donations. So that's how the Atithi Yajna will be function. And the last one is Bhuta Yajna, taking care of animals or birds surrounding you. So that's how we'll now, because it's a webinar, so it's so I cannot teach the everything here. So we learn everything in classroom in detail. What is the actual sense? How in an ancient time, what was the meaning of that? And now how we can use in our daily life. Okay, Prabhat?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Actually, the way the last one, I would, venture to say that to keep the balance of the ecology, so to speak, or the environment. When you said animals and birds, respect them and take care of them
Yeah,
also.
the Bhuta Yajna or Bali Vaishwadeva Yajna is very
Yes.
well known Yajna of 5 Mahayajnas. In our every scripture, you will find it. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Nanda.
Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you, Prabhatji. Vimalaji, why don't you go next? Oh, we also have Krishna Kashyapji. I'll have him on next as well. Vimalaji, your turn.
Okay, so let me just start. I'm like Gargi of the ancient times, like I can go faster than the wind, the mind, extra, whatever it is. So like I feel like, contemporary Mahabharata, like we don't want to still get stuck onto Kali Yuga, right? Like, in whichever Yuga you transcend the Yugas. So, how to usher the Sat Yuga for food prosperity, food economics, right? It's all rigor. Like I did my MBA, so I understood like, how the thing where what is focusing on just real estate investments, instead of zoning. So many things, and we have leadership without volatility. For example, even Narendra Modi, though I respect him, I think scholarship is required. And we need leaders who are leading in volatility. Like in ancient times, Gadgi leader knowledge and Sulabha women could defeat 10 men scholars. So such was the power of Indian women in the ancient times, right? Though we have Sita, Draupadi, we have Gargi, Maitreyi as well, and all the Pancha Kanyas, Mandodari, so many things, right? Like, the leaders, and of course, great men also, like, nothing like Ram and Krishna. Though, like the Treta Yuga Rama, in that sense, he was, tested Sita, doubted man. But maybe modern age Satyuga tech Ram will be like, Sanjay Subramanian. Nannu vidachi kadala kura. Means Ram, don't leave me, Ram. Right? So Ram is different in various yugas too, like I feel, and Krishna, like in the modern age, like, is there Krishna in you? Like, is the Krishna in you, like, for dance or whatever? Or can I be Ramba Urvashi too, not office, like I can be mesmerizing at office for some reason, to achieve some purpose, right? Like whatever it is, because ultimately, it's the, the music and dance, which is life. What is life without music and dance, whatever it is. So we have so many, like, with Carnatic music, Hindustani music.
Yeah, Vimalaji, what is the question?
The question is, like, if you are very mesmerizing, right? And people take you for granted or whatever it is. And if it, like as a woman, I was in networking. So I had to do 16 hours work cooking, talking to customer support also, like, but the community didn't support me as an engineer, right? So engineers are doing 24/7. So how much we're contributing 24/7? Huh? We contribute 24/7 and also deal with community development, going to homeless. The thing is to energize people, we energize people with food. And ancient times we have Ayurveda, life sciences. We had
Vimalaji, you're all over the place. Can you focus onto a question?
Okay, yeah, that's what, like, I wanted to know, like, I'm from a multi background, so I just wanted to understand.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. All right. Next, we'll have Krishna Kashyapji, one of our other faculty.
Namaste.
Glad to have you on.
Namaste.
Namaste,
Dr.
namaste.
Suryanarayana Nanda, Namaste ji. I thank you and also congratulate you for starting this Yaksha-Prashna course. See, the reason I'm talking is just to give some idea for other people also. Yaksha-Prashna is very fundamental to understand our Vedic philosophy as well as how to apply for modern life, right? It's an in-between. The beauty about Yaksha-Prashna is sometimes if you give a course on Vedanta Sutra or Upanishad or Chandogya Upanishad or Brahma Sutra or something, people will run away because they think that it's too intense. But Yaksha-Prashna has the beauty of connecting with people of today, the scientific community, the modern community, and everyone, and somehow direct them towards fundamental questions of life, Hinduism, Vedic philosophy. I think it's a wonderful thing. If somebody is thinking of taking the course, I would say just take it. And you can learn extra Sanskrit along with it. So it has got a double-edged advantage, right? That is, you learn Sanskrit and you also learn philosophy and our life. This is so fundamental. Okay, this goes beyond science. As you know, science cannot cure diseases, science cannot cure death. So you know there is an end to science. So I would say just go ahead and enjoy the course. And I just want to congratulate Dr. Narayanananda to do this. And eventually I would like to connect with you on email, and I'm sure Ankur Patel will introduce us. Namaste ji. That's all I wanted to say, nothing else.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Krishna Bhutaya.
Yeah. Krishnaji, thank you for that. And I also want to recognize that, it's not easy to have a course, to launch a course. Who's going to take the course? Who's going to be interested? But because of your leadership, because this is an important text, there is modern value for people to learn this. You've taken this initiative, and I hope the audience also appreciates that, and we'll be able to get some folks to enroll. Let me just launch a quick poll. Let us know if you're interested in enrolling, and I'll also share details about the course as Dr. Nanda has shared earlier, when it is, the dates and the times and all of that. If you have questions, please share, and we can get those to Dr. Nandaji. And you know what? Actually, Arun Jain said, Dr. Nanda's recitation of the Sanskrit shlokas is the most beautiful I have ever heard. Very nice. I agree. Very beautiful. And maybe we could get into another one of those 38 shlokas, one in particular, maybe your favorite, or you think that is, you started at the beginning. Maybe there's something in the middle or the end that's really worth highlighting and sharing with the audience.
Okay, in between. Okay, I'm trying to find. Okay, give me just 1 minute to open it.
Yeah, in the meantime, please fill out this poll if you're interested in this course, or if you've taken any courses or a retreat at HOA. We're going to be doing more retreats. Dr. Nandaji, I know, you're in Houston. Maybe we could have you host a retreat where people in person are chanting the shlokas. We had a couple of Sanskrit retreats. It is amazing, amazing. There is something to the vibrations, right? The energy that when people are speaking in Sanskrit, it hits differently, right? It connects at a deeper level. So yeah, there you go. You're ready for the next.
Yeah. Kim svidadityamunnayati ye cha tasyabhitascharaha kaschaynamastam nayati kasminscha pratitishthati brahmadityamunnayati devastasyabhitascharaha धर्मश्चास्तं नयति च सत्ये च प्रतितिष्ठति केन श्रोत्रियो भवति केन स्विद्विन्दते महत् केन स्विद्वितीयवान् भवति राजन् केन च बुद्धिमान्. Because all those shlokas are in the same chanda, so there is nothing ups and down. So all these are in the same chanda, so it will be recited in the same way. I'm finding something if different chanda, so I can do. Although, by the way, I am also taking the chanda class, and last time also I take the Chanda means the procedure, the meters. Last month I concluded a Chanda class. So how to understand the different 100 types of different meters, how to recite them, what are the pauses, what are the rules. Yeah, I teach in HUA the Chanda class also. And also in class also we learn, and everyone will get chance to recite every shloka to practice it. Yeah.
So everyone will recite every shloka, right? So you're going to be doing it on Zoom, giving people an opportunity to
Yeah.
engage, and it's
Yeah.
going to be on our learning management system. So week by week, you'll have assignments, you have the Zoom link, you'll have the specific uh, shlokas, the details. Any more of that you'd like to discuss in terms of the structure of the course week by week? Who's taken some of your? This is the first time you're offering this course, if I'm
No,
not
no, this
mistaken.
is second time. This
Second
second
time.
time.
Second time you're
And
offering
the
this course.
first
So
class was so very, the first was very, people enjoyed a lot. That's how demand. So I started again the second time I'm offering it. It, it went very well. Yeah.
yeah, so what was the range of people in the course the first time? How old were they? Where were they from? I'm just assuming there's a lot of diversity, and so I just want you to speak to that. A
Yeah,
lot of people can join.
because normally it was for those who have a Sanskrit background. Although anyone can join it, like I have offered Manusmriti class. In Manusmriti, the students from different backgrounds, some have good Sanskrit background, some have no Sanskrit background. But I didn't focus in Manusmriti about the grammatical part, more about to understand the meaning and etc. But the Yaksha-Yudhishthira class, because it's a very, the purpose is many of our students, those who learn Sanskrit, they don't have chance to learn the literature, how to see the implementation of the grammatical things. So this will be another aspect of the Yaksha-Yudhishthira Sambada, and both in the whole in this 10 classes, everything will be covered. Everyone will recite every shloka. I'll make them to recite, and then also we'll go to understand the word by word meaning. If there is a particular word need to be split and get the real meaning, that will do. Then also I will explain the nuances and the meaning of in ancient time and how to interpret it in contemporary way. So everything will be there.
Very nice. So I put some details of the course in the chat again. It's going to be on Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern, starting January 12th. Dr. Nanda already described that. So hopefully that can fit in your schedule. We're having the webinar at the same time the course is going to be. So if you're available, I know change of the year and all of the different things will be changing, but hopefully this fits, and that is why we were having the webinar at this time. Please do ask any more questions you have, um, any other aspects that you'd like to cover. Dr. Nanda, what other courses have you been teaching at HUA, and how does, like you're saying, there's popular demand for this, people are interested, it fits an important space where you focus on the grammar, it's an interesting conversation. But also, what else are you teaching at HUA? How does this fit in? Right, you were at Doordarshan. You've been doing this in so many different places at Delhi University. How is what you're doing at HUA fit in context of this civilizational resurgence with Sanskrit at the background?
In HUA, I'm teaching different type of things. Like also I am teaching Sanskrit grammar. I'm teaching spoken Sanskrit. Now my spoken Sanskrit class is going on. I'm also taking some Sanskrit text, like I have already offered Manusmriti. Just last week, the class was just done, Manusmriti first chapter. Then also I have offered the Chanda Shastra. It's a very different type of literature. The Yaksha-Yudhishthira is the now second time I'm offering. And also I'm planning for next time to teach about some selected suktas of different Vedas, which are very contemporarily relevant, not with the religious or spiritual aspect, uh, connecting with the day-to-day life related. So some suktas. I'm planning to now designing that course to offer a Vedic sukta class to understand every meaning of every mantra and etc. I'm also planning now offering next time about uh, the unique concept of Hinduism, which we don't found in any other culture, civilization, religion, or something. I'm planning to work on that, like the concept of Dharma, concept of Yajna, concept of Devata, concept of, there are lots of things which are very unique. We don't found this type of concept in any other religion, Indic or Abrahamic or tribal or anywhere we don't find that type of concept. So many things are still in the process. Yeah.
Very nice. Okay. Now is your chance to ask a question of Dr. Nanda on Sanskrit, maybe Yaksha-Prashna specifically, but Sanskrit in general. Please share your thoughts. Vimalaji, we'll take it offline. Very interesting, but maybe we can dig into that deeper later. Ramji, thank you for your question. Glad that Krishnaji was able to get on and support. Poonamji, I think you're in the Sanskrit program. Is it the certificate in Sanskritam? If you have something that you'd like to ask or comment on, Prabhatji, thank you for being engaged. Yeah. So I can't speak Sanskrit. I tried learning the script, but every time, again, like I said, I hear it, I feel it, I need the translation, but there's so much depth and meaning that I know I'm missing out, right? I feel like there's so much there. And I'm glad that we're able to offer new courses, and you, Dr. Nandaji, are continuing to develop new courses, new programs, and offer them at HUA. We are very glad that you are with us in this respect. Poonamji, I think you've unmuted.
Yeah, I am enrolled in the Sanskrit program. So I am still, like a newbie in terms that I have only done it for 2 quarters. But I did attend the retreat, and it seems like this is going to be something like the Sanskrit retreat I attended recently. And I definitely enjoyed the reciting the mantras and the shlokas and the grammar. Of course, I need to learn more grammar, but I expect that maybe in the 6 months I would be ready to take this course, because I would get to that point. And this sounds like a very interesting course, and as a student of Sanskrit, I look forward to taking this course.
Thank you, Poonamji. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you, Poonamji. Really appreciate you. Thank you for being on and your continued support of Hindu University of America. All right. Anybody else? Last chance to get on before we hand it to Dr. Nanda to close us out, maybe on a Shanti mantra or a different shloka or a mantra, or maybe a part of this that you'd like to leave us with, that nugget of wisdom, that interest, pique our curiosity.
If there
All
is any
right.
question, then okay, or I'll conclude. No.
Yeah, I think 3, 2, 1. Yes. No more questions. Dr. Nanda, to you for concluding today's.
Okay. So, I am now concluding with the Shanti Patha, Shanti Mantra. ॐ द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षं शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्ति रापः शान्तिरोषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वं शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सा मा शान्तिरेधि Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you very much for being here, everyone. Please, if possible, try to enroll in this course. You will I can assure you will enjoy and learn a lots of things. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Then yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. And actually, this is our last webinar of the year. Thank you, everyone, for being on another Hindu University of America webinar. We'll see you in class on a webinar next time, maybe in person. Dhanyawad. Namaste, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your year.
Namaste. Thank you, Ankursi. Thank you very much for you. Thank you.